210 NHL hopefuls, June 30th, 2013 would bring a seminal moment. It was the day when their professional fate would be determined as one by one NHL teams would select them in the draft at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. For 6 of those players, their careers would begin with the Philadelphia Flyers. But which 6 would wear the orange and black? That was determined by many hours spent by scouts scouring the globe, followed by organizational meetings and culminating in draft weekend. This is that story. This is the Flyers flight plan. Friday, 2 days before the draft, the Flyers scouting staff gathers at a local hotel for their last meeting. The goal? Get their draft list finalized and determine who will be the future of the franchise.
It's a work in progress. We had mid-season meetings in January, and then we had our final meetings a couple weeks ago. And this meeting leading up to the draft we have every year just to make sure we have the list in order. If there's any questions or concerns amongst our guys after they've digested what we've done a couple weeks ago till now, because we still got time. We don't make a pick until Sunday, whenever our pick is. So we have time to adjust. And if there's any adjustments to be made to the board that we've developed through the year, now is the time to do it. So we try to get it right. And sometimes it takes, you got to go over and over and over and have conversations about same conversations over and over again to get it right. You guys, everybody's got to look at the board here, and this is our final cut, kind of. We got to just decide that, is there any names up there that are out of order, out of whack? And we got to start, let's start from here. I mean, work our way down here. What name's out of whack? Is there anybody out of whack there? These 3 guys. Do we have them in the right order? Jump in here, man. This is this come to Jesus meeting. We got to get this right. Like I don't want to hear about a year from now.
Yeah. We should put it in the order where we're not going to hope the guy falls to us, that we just get him. Right?
No, if Nurse's there at 11, then we want him.
That's what I'm saying. So if we don't want to do that, then we just move 8 to 6.
Well, we got to move this guy.
8 to 6.
Do we want him ahead of Monahan?
Well, that's the point. Now, if he falls,
I think like
falls, then you go, are we happy with that, or are we still sitting there going, we want 8?
I think like we discussed in that scenario there, Sarge, just because it's a forward defense, and we might have to take a little direction from Homer. Because I know the last time that we talked about that specific scenario, Todd and I had Monahan ahead. I don't think Patty did.
I hear what you're saying, but no, it's up to us to get them in order, and then if we want to change it at the table, then we'll do that. But right now, like, let's just say Nurse and Morin. I don't think that they're in the right order.
I don't either.
Basically, we're trying to build a list of players that we have in order of our evaluations. In the Western Hockey League, for example, the league that I cover, I will see most of my players on that list between 8 to 13 times. Now, a crossover scout from Quebec or Ontario will come in generally at the first part of the season and the second part of the season, and if we're lucky in the playoffs, and grab 3 to 5 viewings. And we try and incorporate all those viewings into our overall evaluation.
Morin's got some, obviously we're waiting. He's coming. It's all great right now. I really like him. He's got to get going. He still has a long way to go. And the other guys probably.
So why do we have Morin over Mueller then?
I don't.
Well, we're using that under those circumstances. Why do we have?
I still like the hardness, his natural ability to be hard and aggressive.
I agree with that.
I like that. That's what I like about Morin the most. And
Going back to
Nurse has
Nurse,
the same
Todd,
thing.
I disagree. I think Moran knows his game better than Nurse does.
Well, right now maybe he does.
I think Moran knows what he's going to be. I don't know whether Nurse is going to get it. He might.
But this goes round and round, and I get
Yeah,
it. I'm
goes round
really
and
happy.
Well,
I'm really happy to get Morin.
I understand it goes round and round, but we got to get this right by Sunday.
Well, our consensus is
I get it.
Our consensus is that what? We like Morin. So I'm happy with that.
So we got Morin ahead. We got Monahan ahead of Morin. Why?
I like the overall package better, and I think he's a little closer to being what he is. Not necessarily that
So
down the road that matters, but
get
I
that.
like his overall package. I think he's a
I
good
get that.
two-way
So
player.
in saying that, why did we got Morin over Mueller because of why?
Yeah, because we voted and we thought Moran had a better upside to his game.
I agree.
If he hits, you know, you're reaching, but he's a 6'8" guy. Where do you find these guys? You know, there's some reach in him, but he's gonna have value whether we like him or we don't.
And I guess the other
Burris
thing,
will have value,
Yep.
Mueller will have value, maybe not as much as those other two.
I guess in the same regard, Sarge, I'm not gonna argue to the nth degree Mueller over Moran. Like, I'm okay with it. I get what we're doing, and I've seen him enough to say that I'm all right with that. I do have Mueller ahead.
I think Moran's got more meanness,
Oh,
more
Moran's-
accurate stick can give you that stuff.
That's who we're talking about, is a player and their characteristics and compared to another player. Our guys have spent countless hours on the road trying to find the best players, and we try to get those players in order. And if it happens to be a defenseman or happen to take forward, I mean, it's just try to get the best player.
So who's got the most upside on the board?
Monahan's like Couturier. That's what he plays.
Who's got the most upside? Moran. I don't know if he's gonna hit it, but he's got the most upside.
That's good. I like that. I like that way of going. We have to. That's the only way you're going to get a D-man because they're not perfect. They're not perfect animal.
So if we do this, we're okay with that. Is that just way out of whack?
I can live with that. I like that.
We got Risto at 11, Nurse at 12, Monahan 13, I think. Or, no, we got Moran, Mueller, Zadorov, Nurse, Risto, Monahan.
What number are they?
Morrissey.
Or Morrissey. So Moran's 6 now. Mueller's 7. Zadorov's 8. Nurse is 9. Westwood.
Moran 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
So you're
11,
again at 11 if they
12. So we're happy with that.
The scouting staff agreed on the changes, but the final litmus test would come when General Manager Paul Holmgren joined the meeting.
What'd you do there, sir? You moved Moran?
I got Barkov, Moran, Mueller, Zadorov, Nurse,
So you moved
Risto.
Monahan below them.
Monahan's behind all these big defensemen. And then you got Morrissey after Monahan.
What do you think about that, Omar?
You guys are fading under the pressure.
On the next episode of Flight Plan, the Flyers staff heads to Newark for the draft. Paul Holmgren works the room to see if there is a trade that makes sense before ultimately drafting the player the team has liked all along. And Samuel Morin spends his first hours as a member of the Flyers organization.